and welcome. My name is George and this is
The One.
You might be wondering where I'm at. Well, I'm in my favorite spot, or one of my favorite spots in Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico. It is called La Playa del Centenario. There's a drive that goes over the hill and it's called Paseo del Centenario. They opened it in 1910 or something like that, so it's over 100 years old and it's quite spectacular. Now, what am I doing here? Well, getting away from the Canadian winter for a little bit. But guys, this is not the point of this video. Point of this video is, I've been asked many times by people like, what is the drone I recommend to get into flying the drones? Well, and I always have to say, because my only experiences with two drones that I owned, that I still own, one of them is the DJI Mini 2 that I bought in 2020 for something like $700 Canadian. It came with the 3 batteries, so it's the Fly More kit, and that is pretty much all you need to knock yourself out. I mean, this drone, it'll blow your mind, and it'll take you literally months to explore all the stuff that it can do. Yes, it doesn't have any sensors, it doesn't protect you from crashing into a building, it doesn't have, like, there's a lot of things that modern drones have that this one doesn't. It doesn't have the follow me features. It doesn't, like, there isn't really any hyperlapse function, except you can do it with timed photos. So it's a fairly basic drone, but guys, when you're getting into flying drones, a lot of people will end up buying a budget drone that costs these days almost as much as a basic DJI Mini. I believe they still make the original Mini. I don't know if there's now a DJI Mini 2 4K or whatever, but it's basically all the same model. I have to show it to you because I have it with me. And yes, you can bring this into Mexico. I have never had any problems at customs. Some of my viewers, some of you have said that they had trouble at customs and they were made to pay an import fee. Well, maybe I just gotten lucky, guys, but I had never, this is probably the 4th time I take this thing to Mexico, and I've never been asked for that. Now, if for any reason you get asked for that, try this. You should tell them that this is your personal property, just like your camera, just like your phone, that you're not going to leave behind in Mexico. That comes with you at all times. And once you leave Mexico, it'll leave Mexico with you. So there's no import. Esta no permanece en Mexico. That's what you gotta say. Back to the subject of this video. This drone, if you're starting out, even if you have a YouTube channel that has travel content, this is really all you need. Now, are the newer drones better? Yes, without a doubt. They will stay in the air longer. They will have a better picture. They will be much better in low light because technology has come further. Well, it'll make a big difference when you're flying in the dark because it'll pick up more light. You have the option of making fantastic low light footage and photographs, like a city at night. It's exciting, of course, but if you have one of these, or you can get your hands on one of these for a good price, say a friend of yours wants to upgrade and he's selling this one and all your stuff is correct, like he has unbounded from his DJI account and it's verifiable, and you get this at a good price, go for it. You cannot go wrong. This thing, it's been crashed several times. It's been fixed significantly. But you know what? It still works just as good as always. Now, I have to say, with a small drone like that, that only weighs 240 something grams, I mean, that's nothing, you know. And if you get wind, you may have a problem. And you'll see this. I'll show you some of the footage that I did with this, and you'll see that sometimes the horizon isn't bang on. And that's not because the drone isn't calibrated properly. No, it's because it's fighting the wind, and these little propellers, guys, yeah, they're no match. But nonetheless, this thing is very stable when it comes to positioning. Like, the wind cannot blow it away, which cannot be said for some of the other budget drones like Holy Stone or whatever you'll find on Amazon. So if you can get a DJI, get a DJI. Like, it's definitely going to make a big difference. I've talked enough, I think. I'm just going to get this thing up in the air. So the footage you've seen isn't all from this shore. I threw in some other ones. The point I want to make is that you can do fantastic things with this little inexpensive drone. Right now, the opportunity to get into this drone hobby is more affordable than it's ever been. There are budget drones, or I shouldn't call them budget drones, there are mini drones available from DJI for all different budget levels. There's the DJI Mini 3 Pro, the Mini 4 Pro. They differ in terms of the features a little bit here and there, but like either one of them is fantastic. I think they even share the same camera. The camera on this DJI Mini 2 isn't quite as good, but it records in 4K, and as long as the lighting conditions are good, you will not, and I guarantee you this, you will not see the difference. Unless you have it perhaps side by side, then yeah, you could probably nitpick and see it, you know. But it is so minimal, and there's a lot you can do with post-processing, like Final Cut Pro, or what you call the other ones you have, Adobe, can't think of the word right now. This message is more for what should you be focusing on when you're buying a drone and when you get into the hobby. It's not to have the latest piece of equipment. Sure, it's nice to have like the best of the best of the best, but get whatever you can afford and then practice your skills. Make sure that you get everything out of that drone that you possibly can. And by the time you get to that level, you will then know whether that is something you want to pursue further, or if you're just good with whatever you got. I'm going to fly the hell out of my DJI Mini 2 when I'm on bike rides, when I'm on international travel, because the restrictions for this are much less than it is for my other drone that I have, which is also now considered a legacy drone, and that's the DJI Air 2S. The reason I love this drone is because of the 1-inch sensor camera. It records in 5.4K resolution, which gives me the advantage of being able to zoom in post-processing, which means on the computer, Final Cut Pro, without losing any resolution as long as I go for a 4K end product. I've done a lot of stock footage videos. They're not really selling like hotcakes. No, it's kind of slow, but it's increasing, and it's kind of, there's steadily something is selling. You know, I get emails, you made money on, well, it's still a lot of wire stock, you made money on Pond 5. So it is a small stream of income, just like my other YouTube channel is. Oh, you don't know about my other channel, do you? Well, I'll be posting a link right here. I'm sure you'll love it. And for now, that shall be it. I know I've promised a lot more videos on this channel, guys. I am still committed to keeping this channel alive, even though sometimes it doesn't seem like it. It's been like forever since I posted something. But that's just the nature of, you know, not being a full-time YouTuber and having a business to run on the side and having another channel that I basically pour my heart into. And even that one isn't like the big shot high dollar YouTube channel yet. So there's a lot of effort to still put into that to perhaps make it a bit more popular. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.